Well, thank God that most Americans get their news from alternative sources other than the mainstream media.
Yeah.
Just think what that number would be if the mainstream media had just covered the facts, just covered the evidence that we've uncovered. Now, with respect to where we're going, I do believe that we have the votes for impeachment inquiry.
You just heard him, House Oversight Chairman Congressman James Comer telling Rob Schmidt here on Newsmax it does look like there are enough Republican votes, he believes, for the House impeachment inquiry into President Joe Biden. And now, speaking of the Bidens, let's talk for a moment about Hunter Biden. Special counsel David Weiss says they will seek an indictment before the end of the month, most likely on a gun charge. Talk more about this, New York Congresswoman Claudia Tenney, a member of the House Ways and Means Committee, also joins us today. Good to see you, Congresswoman Tenney.
Thanks, Hugh. Great to be on.
All right, let's talk about impeachment inquiry. Will it happen? When will it happen? Are the votes there?
Yeah, I think the votes will be there, certainly for an impeachment inquiry, because that gives us a little time to get the information, to get it out, to get coverage of it so that the American people can actually see the facts. As Congressman Comer just referred to, the mainstream media isn't covering any of this, and they're not showing these things that are happening in plain sight, whether it's the explosive testimony that came out from the whistleblowers, the FBI informant, which corroborated all that from Senator Grassley, to all the information that's now coming out with the matching that up with the laptop, and the continued information coming out with Shulkin and others, that it is Joe Biden who's corrupt, and Joe Biden needs to be looked into. It's Hunter's just a proxy, and now to bring up this gun charge by the special prosecutor is, he'd already done the original plea deal was to settle the gun charge when he hadn't even been indicted yet. So they're going in reverse order on this. But yeah, I think impeachment inquiry is definitely on the table sometime this fall.
Judge Noriega really asking the right questions at the right time there. The Ways and Means Committee that you're on has really paved the way for a lot of this, first releasing that testimony of the IRS whistleblowers who then went and testified. But there's still, it seems to be, a way for this administration to shield Congress from getting questions, getting answers. For example, those pseudonym emails, NARA is saying, well, it has to be Joe Biden or Obama to release them. And every step of the way, it does seem like the stonewalling continues, Congresswoman.
Absolutely. And this is kudos to my chairman, Jason Smith. I'm also on the Oversight Committee, but even the National Archives had to come forward with those pseudonyms. It's obvious there's a cover-up. Joe Biden isn't using pseudonyms for any reason other than to make sure that we have to continue to dive into the web, including the numerous suspicious activity reports and all those different bank accounts from all these different sources and entities to try to confuse everyone. But I'll tell you, these IRS whistleblowers were on this, and they were slow-walked because of the actions of now Special Prosecutor Weiss, who should not be serving as special prosecutor. So I think there's a lot for the American people to see. This is worse than Watergate. This is the president engaging in illegal conduct, bribery, money laundering, impeachable crimes. And yet he's also covering it up using the Department of Justice and dirty cop Merrick Garland.
Clearly, the inquiry will do a lot for the investigations. Finally, I do want to ask you about Nancy Pelosi announcing her reelection just moments ago. The story's breaking. What is your read from that? She's 83 years old. She doesn't want to retire, spend some time with her husband, Paul, her family. Why do you think she's doing this?
I think this is just a routine announcement. It doesn't preclude her from later taking an appointment if she would become an ambassador or some other position that the president would give her. So I think this is something that everyone would do, and I think it's just to make sure that she's got that slot available, because guess what? If she does get appointed, there's a special election, and her daughter or someone of her choosing would be the front runner to be in that special election. So I don't really think this is that big a news deal.
All right, New York Representative Congresswoman Claudia Tenney, thank you so much. Good to see you. Appreciate your time today.
Thank you.
All right.